Hi, I'm Joyce, and I'm a Filipino currently working as a manager in a financial company in South Korea.
Hello mga kababayan! My name is Erica and I'm a Filipino working as an international sales manager at a company here in South Korea.
Hello everyone, I'm Paula and I'm a Filipino humble YouTuber, an honorary reporter for Korea.net, and a part-time Tagalog tutor in Seoul.
I came here in 2007 through a Korean government scholarship. For a year, I studied Korean language muna. And then 4-year bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. And then I went to study for master's in business administration. And then after that, I found a job here.
I moved to South Korea to pursue my master's in business administration in late 2015. After that, I stayed here for work na.
So, dumating ako dito sa Korea, February 2015. Dream ko talagang makavisit sa Korea and also to pursue my master's degree without my parents paying for it. Then I hit 2 birds in 1 stone.
Yung con siguro, yun nga, language barrier din.
Because in here, you really have to learn the language. It's a must because they use only Korean sa workplace. Even though I can speak Korean, I still have trouble in expressing myself fully because it's not my native language. The first trouble I had in the beginning was the word 친구, because if you translate that in the dictionary in English, translation is friends. I thought all my close Korean friends I thought I can just address them or call them as 친구, but actually 친구 can only be used for friends that are of the same age.
Actually, until now, basic Korean lang ang alam ko.
Hindi siya ina-act to communicate with Korean people, especially at work kasi we use business Korean, which is very different from the casual Korean conversation.
And because of that, syempre may mga miscommunication, misunderstanding na hindi naman talaga ma-avoid.
There are times na mahirap siyang intindihin. In Korea kasi most of the notices tsaka like announcements are in Korean. Most of the expats na hindi masyado marunong mag-Korean, nahihirapan sila, especially sa pagpunta ng hospitals, pupunta ng immigration. Ayun.
Also, of course, the cost of living here in Korea is higher than in the Philippines.
Housing and daily life expenses are very expensive for me, of course.
Times 3 siya sa mga binabayaran sa Pilipinas. So, ayun.
When it comes to food, actually, kung hindi ka pihikan sa pagkain, cheap naman yung mga local food dito sa Korea. But when it comes to foreign foods, yun yung talagang nakakamahal ng budget.
Isang kain mo lang would cost you around 400 to 500 pesos per meal.
Extreme cold weather season ng Korea is one of the cons. When I first arrived here in Korea, talagang sobrang end of winter season yun. So, nung time na yun, nung 2015, hindi ko pa alam yung heat tech.
Because of the cold weather, you have to wear layers of clothes and it's just really too heavy for me.
Sa working culture, I used to work in a computer gaming company. Napansin ko talaga is yung hierarchy system nila.
I think there's a bit of a problem when it comes to balancing your work and life because when you go to work, you just really work.
Yung pali-pali system nila. Literal kapag sinabi nila na, okay, the deadline is next week. Pero that means tomorrow.
Before the pandemic, I see to it to visit the Philippines like 4 times in a year. So, yung homesickness siya, hindi masyadong nag-e-effect sa akin. So, nung nagka-pandemic, ayun, doon na matagal ako hindi nakapunta sa Pilipinas. Like, ngayon, magto 2 years na siya. So, ayun, yung ginagawa ko lang is, kasi may CCTV yung bahay namin. Ayun, doon lang ako nakikibalita.
Medyo naiiyak ako lately kasi mag-1-year-old na siya, hindi pa rin niya nami-meet yung Filipino family side ko. So, we just video call lang talaga.
For other expats dito sa Korea, ayun nga, nafe-feel na daw nila yung anxiety kasi, ayun, matagal na silang hindi nakauwi sa kanila and yung comfort ng bahay sa Pilipinas, sa yung comfort dito iba.
Dito sa Korea, wala naman silang Christmas. Kasi, di ba, sa atin sa Pilipinas, as in bongga yung mga selebrasyon pag Pasko, mga family reunion, mga handaan. Dito, wala. As in, siguro sa downtown lang may mga Christmas lights, pero iba pa rin talaga yung Pasko natin sa Pilipinas. So, since nandito naman ako sa Seoul, malaki yung expat community dito. So, may mga gatherings na different activities, gano'n, na pwedeng gawin together with other expats.
Number 1 din is yung language kasi foreigner ka, so they expect you to speak English better than Korean natives. So, you can handle like meeting with foreign partners or clients. Walang kumukontra sa'yo kahit na mali-mali yung email mo. They are not that particular naman sa grammar.
Luckily, na-discover ko yung application na Papago. Kapag hindi ko kayang makipag-usap sa mga Koreans in Korean language, I use Papago. I really recommend it, not just to expats.
Second pro siguro is maraming free concerts, free classes, free Korean language class, cooking classes. For me, I did free dance classes before and free barista or latte art classes.
Again, when it comes to food, as I've mentioned, meron naman ditong mga foreign goods. So, kapag namimiss ko yung mga Filipino food, meron tayong Filipino market dito sa Seoul.
The minimum wage at the moment here is, I think, 371 pesos per hour.
Parehas lang din ng benefits. It's like yung different kinds of health insurance and other insurances, yung severance pay, and not to mention yung national pension na makukuha namin kapag umalis na kami ng Korea for good.
You learn how to maximize efficiency because everything here is very fast and efficient.
Transportation is very convenient. Alam mo yan.
Makakapunta ka sa lugar na walang traffic.
You know, with the same card, you get to transfer from the bus to the subway without any additional charges.
And yung healthcare nila dito, grabe. Yung system, as in, sobrang ang ganda.
Yes, because the national health insurance, they support big percentage of the hospital bills and medicine.
As in, pupunta ka sa hospital, tapos konti-konti lang yung babayaran mo.
And then, yung safety. Very safe naman dito sa Korea, especially kung nakatira ka sa expat neighborhood. Talagang you'll feel safe. Kahit iba't ibang bansa kayong pinanggalingan, pare-parehas kayo ng purpose.
Number 1, learn the language talaga. Kasi by learning the language, you can get farther sa career mo. Tsaka maraming opportunities na mag-open para sa'yo. Second is be physically, mentally, and financially ready. Ikaw lang mag-isa kahit na pagod ka na sa klase or pagod ka na sa trabaho. Ikaw pa rin magluluto for yourself. Lahat, ikaw.
I think it would be nice if you could come here as a student first. There are scholarships offered by the Korean government and the universities here, so be nice to research about that. Especially because I think companies here would favor Filipinos who studied here because it would mean they know the language and they have a better grasp and understanding of the society, especially yung culture nila. That's the route I went through, and the same with the other Filipino expats that I know.
Kahit na hindi naman totoo yung mga napapanood nyo sa Korean drama in real life, South Korea is a very beautiful country, so give it a chance. Also be prepared emotionally, have faith, and claim it na makakapunta ka ng Korea. I know that God has plans for you to succeed and prosper. So good luck!